Okay, so there are those remakes that are really, really bad, but on the other hand, there's those remakes that are actually pretty decent, and then there's those remakes that just... why? What's going on, guys? I am the Modern Film Critic, reviewing Carrie, starring Chloe Grace, well, let me stop right there, starring Hit Girl, now you know who I'm talking about, and starring Don John's girlfriend in Don John, Julianne Moore, who plays Carrie. No, she doesn't play Carrie, she plays Carrie's mom in the film, and if you have seen Carrie, you've seen this movie. This is an interesting movie to talk about because I'm fighting between good and bad. It's not necessarily a bad movie, but it's not a great one either. It's like, the movie never really... I don't have words. The movie is just a movie. It is just a remake. It contributed nothing to the original. But is it bad? No, I would say it's actually pretty good, but it didn't pop for me like the original Carrie did. I can tell they really cared about the first one and wanted to make this one, but it's just too similar. You needed to change something up. I'm not talking about make Carrie a dragon or something like that. Just change it up in some way, make it different, or just put the original Carrie back in theaters so we can see that. Because my main problem with this movie is Chloe Grace Moretz. She is a good actor and she is fine as Carrie, but she is not as weird to look at. You know, Sissy Spacek was just, whenever you saw her, you were just creeped out. She was genuinely weird and freaky. Well, Chloe Grace Moretz is attractive, so when you see her, she's like... I'm not scared at all right now by the way she looks. But like I said, she does play a good Carrie. She does play a very good troubled teenager. And if you don't know what Carrie is about, it's about a girl who is not really that loved or liked. She didn't have much friends. And one day, it's that time of the month. She has no idea what's going on. Everyone makes fun of her. And there's your movie. She gets asked out by a boy for prom. And... I don't know if I should continue on with the plot, because if you haven't seen the original Carrie, then it'll be a spoiler, but I'll stop there. She goes to prom, and things happen. Now, it is a very hard movie to watch. Is it scary? Nah, not really. It didn't really scare me at all. I think it was very interesting, but it's just not that... It's not different enough to be anything special. It's just Carrie. It's just the same thing that we saw in the original one. I do like the original one better because it actually is scary. This one, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I would say it pays its respect, and I think Chloe did a good job, and Julianne Moore also did a really good job. She was probably the scariest thing about the movie. She was the thing that was really hard to watch in the movie. Every time she was on screen, I was like, here we go again. We gotta watch this, and you know what was gonna happen. She was gonna start getting on her knees, praying really violently. She's gonna start like hurting herself, like stabbing herself, because she's just really hard to watch. I applaud her for that. I liked her performance. Maybe sometimes she was a little over the top, but overall the casting was very well done. But the thing they did tweak about this is technology. In the beginning, Carrie has her period. That's so weird to say on camera. So weird. Carrie, it's that time of the month for her, and she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, I'm dying, someone help me, and everyone's recording her, throwing tampons at her, making fun of her, and they post it on YouTube. That's the biggest difference in this movie, is they record what's happening, and they post it online, and everyone makes fun of her for it. Technology is here, there's texting, there's different things like that. That's the main difference of the movie. Other than that, it's not really anything different or special or anything like that. It's bad? No, not necessarily. I think it's kind of good, but let's just say it's one of the better remakes we've seen in a while. I know The Ring was I really enjoyed The Ring. There's some crappy remakes. I hated the Omen remake. That movie just disgusted me because it added in the jump scares and all the things that I hate about modern horror today. The original Omen is great. The original Carrie is great. Thankfully, this one isn't bad. Let me just tell you, this could have been a lot worse than what it was. I know a lot of people are hating on this movie because it's nothing different. I agree with that, but think about it. This could have been so much worse than it was. I was glad walking out of the movie. When walking out, I wasn't like, that was not that great. I was walking out, I was like, okay, that's very solid. We didn't change much, so there's very little room for mistake whenever it's pretty much a carbon copy of the original. But that being said, I enjoyed it. I liked watching it. It wasn't long at all. It went by like that. The pacing is, well, it's a remake, so I really can't talk about the pacing. It's just copying the original. It is a carbon copy of the original with some things, the small things tweaked. Overall, it is an enjoyable time. I will go 3 out of 5 for Carrie. I applaud the performances. I applaud the effort. Some CGI didn't look that good, and some acting from the other teenagers that made fun of her was a little bit over the top. Those are my 2 main gripes. Other than that, I think it's very solid. I think it is a good remake. Maybe you should have changed it up a little bit. Yeah, you probably should have done that. What are your thoughts on Carrie? Are you excited for it? If you have seen it, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I'm the Modern Film Critic signing off.